Welcome to my YouTube channel. Every coin has a history where history meets hidden fortune. Here I share real videos of rare and old coins, including pieces worth millions that can truly change a collector's life. If you love coin hunting, rare finds, and valuable treasures, this channel is your guide to the world of priceless coins. The 1974 Washington Jefferson 5-cent coin with the D mint mark is one of those fascinating coins in American numismatic history that many people overlook in their daily pocket change, yet collectors know it can hold surprising value depending on its condition and unique characteristics. This coin was produced at the famous and features the portrait of on the obverse side. The word, liberty, appears clearly beside Jefferson's portrait along with the year 1974. Representing a period in U.S. coinage when millions of nickels were circulating through everyday commerce across the country. On the reverse side of the coin, you can see the iconic building Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home, which has been a symbol of American heritage on the 5-cent coin for decades. What makes the 1974 D nickel especially interesting to collectors is the combination of its historical design, the Denver mint mark located to the right of Jefferson's portrait, and the possibility of rare high-grade examples that survive in very fine condition or better. In very fine condition, the major details of Jefferson's hair and the lines of Monticello remain visible, while the lettering, E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents, are still bold and readable. Although billions of nickels were produced during the 1970s, collectors continue searching through rolls of coins hoping to find exceptional examples with strong strikes, clean surfaces, and minimal wear. Some rare varieties, error strikes, or coins preserved in near uncirculated condition can command prices far above face value. In today's collector market, a standard circulated 1974 D 5-cent coin may only be worth a small premium, but high-grade specimens or coins with unusual mint errors can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially when graded by professional coin grading services. This is why experienced collectors always recommend checking every nickel carefully, because a coin that looks ordinary at first glance might actually be a valuable piece of American numismatic history. The 1974 D nickel also represents an era when U.S. coins were still made with a durable copper-nickel composition that allowed them to survive decades of circulation while maintaining recognizable details. For coin hunters, history enthusiasts, and YouTube viewers interested in hidden treasure, this coin reminds us that valuable collectibles can sometimes be hiding in plain sight. So the next time you receive change or search through an old coin jar, take a moment to inspect any 1974 D Jefferson nickels you find. You might discover a small 5-cent coin that carries a story of American history and a potential collector value reaching into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another fascinating aspect of the 1974 D Washington Jefferson 5-cent coin is how it reflects the economic and historical period of the United States during the 1970s. This coin continued the classic design first introduced in 1938, honoring Thomas Jefferson, one of the most influential leaders in American history and the principal author of the United States Declaration of Independence. The portrait on the front of the coin shows Jefferson facing left with the word liberty and the motto "In God We Trust," symbols that represent the nation's core values and democratic traditions. On coins struck at the Denver Mint, the small D mint mark appears next to the year 1974, identifying where the coin was produced. The reverse side proudly displays Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate, which today is preserved as a national landmark and museum known as Monticello. Collectors often study the steps of Monticello on the coin carefully because sharp and well-defined steps can indicate a stronger strike and potentially increase the value of the coin. In very fine condition, the overall design remains clear even after years of circulation, and this level of preservation already makes the coin attractive to beginner collectors building a Jefferson nickel collection. However, the real excitement comes from searching for rare varieties such as double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, or unusually strong strikes, which can dramatically increase the coin's market value. Some collectors have reported discovering rare examples worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars when graded and authenticated by professional services. Because billions of coins were minted, Most examples still trade close to face value, but exceptional pieces with bright luster, minimal wear, and clean surfaces can stand out dramatically in the collector market. For YouTube viewers and coin enthusiasts, the message is simple but powerful: never ignore the small details on everyday coins. The 1974 Jefferson Nickel proves that even a simple 5-cent coin can carry decades of history, craftsmanship, and potential hidden value, making it a truly exciting piece of American numismatic heritage that continues to capture the attention of collectors around the world. Another important reason the 1974 Washington Jefferson 5-cent coin attracts attention among collectors is the possibility of discovering hidden varieties and subtle details that many people miss when they quickly spend their pocket change. This coin, struck at the historic Denver Mint, carries the long-standing American design honoring Thomas Jefferson, whose leadership and vision helped shape the early foundation of the United States. On the obverse side, Jefferson's portrait is surrounded by the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," along with the year 1974, while the small d mint mark identifies its production at Denver. The reverse design shows the famous home of Jefferson, Monticello, which today stands as a preserved national landmark at Monticello and remains one of the most recognizable images on American coinage. For collectors examining a coin in very fine condition, the architectural details of Monticello, such as the columns, dome, and building outline, can still be seen clearly even after years of circulation, while the lettering E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents remain readable and strong. What makes this coin particularly exciting in the modern coin collecting community is the chance of discovering unusual minting mistakes such as double die lettering, die cracks, strike-through errors, or coins with exceptional strike quality. These special pieces can turn a simple 5-cent coin into a collectible treasure that may attract serious interest at coin shows and auctions. Many collectors search through rolls of nickels hoping to find a rare example with strong luster and minimal wear, because coins preserved in higher grades can be far more valuable than typical circulated pieces. Although the majority of 1974 nickels are common, the excitement of coin collecting comes from the possibility that one overlooked piece might carry a collector value reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition, rarity, and demand. This is why experienced numismatists always encourage beginners to study each coin carefully, because even a small nickel from 1974 can represent decades of American history, craftsmanship, and the enduring legacy of Jefferson's influence on the nation. The 1978 Washington Jefferson 5-cent coin with no mint mark is an interesting piece of American coinage that many collectors and coin hunters carefully examine when searching through pocket change and old coin collections. This nickel was produced at the historic, which traditionally struck coins without a mint mark during that era. On the obverse side of the coin appears the portrait of one of the most important founding fathers of the United States and the main author of the design includes the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1978, representing a time in American history when millions of Jefferson nickels were circulating across the country in everyday commerce. Even though the coin has a face value of only 5 cents, collectors know that condition and unique characteristics can significantly increase its desirability and potential market value. On the reverse side, the famous American landmark Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate now preserved is displayed with remarkable architectural detail. The inscriptions "E pluribus unum, United States of America," and 5 cents surround the building, completing one of the most recognizable coin designs in U.S. history. When a 1978 Jefferson nickel survives in very fine condition, many of the important details remain visible, including Jefferson's hair lines, the contours of his portrait, and the structural details of Monticello on the reverse side. Coin collectors closely inspect these elements because the sharper and clearer the design remains, the more attractive the coin becomes to the numismatic market. Another exciting factor about the 1978 no mint mark nickel is the possibility of discovering rare mint errors such as double die varieties, die cracks, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, or unusually strong strikes, all of which can dramatically increase the coin's value. While most 1978 nickels remain common and worth only a small premium over face value, Exceptional examples preserved in high grade or possessing unusual minting errors can sometimes sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at coin shows or collector auctions. This possibility keeps collectors constantly searching through rolls of nickels and old coin jars, hoping to discover a hidden treasure that others might overlook. The 1978 Jefferson nickel therefore represents more than just a small piece of currency. It is a symbol of American history, craftsmanship, and the enduring legacy of Jefferson's influence on the nation. For YouTube viewers and coin enthusiasts, learning about coins like the 1978 nickel reminds us that valuable collectibles may still be circulating today, waiting for a careful collector to recognize their hidden worth and historical significance. Another fascinating detail about the 1978 Washington, Jefferson 5-cent coin with no mint mark is the way it represents a continuing legacy in United States coinage that began in 1938, when the Jefferson nickel design first replaced the earlier Buffalo nickel. By 1978, this coin had already been circulating for decades and had become one of the most recognized coins in everyday American commerce. The obverse of the coin proudly displays the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, a founding father whose vision helped shape the nation's democratic ideals and whose historic home, Monticello, became the centerpiece of the reverse design. Coins produced without a mint mark during this period were struck at the famous Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most important minting facilities in the country. On a 1978 nickel that has survived in very fine condition, collectors can still observe many original design details such as Jefferson's facial features, the lettering of Liberty, and the clear date of 1978. Beside the portrait, turning the coin over reveals the detailed structure of Monticello, where the columns, dome, and steps remain partially visible even after years of circulation. For numismatists and coin enthusiasts, these details are extremely important because the quality of the strike and the level of preservation often determine the coin's desirability and potential market price. Many collectors closely inspect the steps of Monticello, hoping to find sharper lines that may indicate a stronger strike, which can make the coin more attractive in the collector market. Over time, certain coins from this year have also gained attention due to minting irregularities such as double lettering, die cracks, or minor strike variations, all of which add intrigue and collectible interest. Although the majority of 1978 nickels are still common, the excitement of coin collecting lies in the possibility that a single overlooked coin could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on its rarity, condition, and collector demand. Because of this potential, experienced collectors always recommend carefully examining every nickel before spending it, as even a small 5-cent coin from 1978 can carry historical significance, collectible beauty, and the possibility of surprising value within the fascinating world of American numismatics. Another reason the 1978 Washington, Jefferson 5-cent coin with no mint mark remains interesting in the world of coin collecting is its connection to everyday American history and the possibility that rare examples still exist in circulation today. During 1978, millions of these coins were struck at the historic Philadelphia Mint and distributed across the United States for daily transactions. At first glance the coin may appear ordinary, but collectors understand that even common coins can become valuable depending on their preservation, strike quality, and unique minting characteristics. The obverse continues to feature the famous portrait of Thomas Jefferson along with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," symbols that have appeared on American coinage for generations and represent the country's heritage and principles. On the reverse side, the image of Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate preserved today as Monticello, remains one of the most recognizable structures ever placed on a coin. In very fine condition, the coin still retains clear outlines of Jefferson's portrait and the architectural design of Monticello, making it attractive for collectors who are building a complete Jefferson nickel collection. Numismatists often study these coins under magnification, carefully checking the lettering, the date, and the surface of the metal to see if any unusual features are present. Occasionally, small minting irregularities such as die cracks, doubled letters, weak strikes, or planchette flaws can transform a simple 5-cent coin into a collectible item with far greater value. While most examples of the 1978 nickel remain worth only their face value, Exceptional specimens preserved in higher grades or possessing interesting mint errors have been known to sell in the collector market for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Because of this potential, many coin enthusiasts continue to search through rolls of nickels, bank coin bags, and old family collections hoping to discover a rare hidden piece from this year. The story of the 1978 Jefferson nickel reminds viewers that even the smallest coin can hold a piece of American history, craftsmanship, and collector excitement, proving that valuable treasures sometimes hide in the most ordinary places.